Hey, I wanted to make a short video about an issue I was having that I Googled and could not figure out the problem. I had a clutch, and this is a 1980 Kawasaki kz440, and every time I'd adjust the clutch, I'd get at the right tension down here, and I'd get a thunk, and then there'd be no tension. And I'd come down and I'd adjust and I'd adjust and I'd adjust. Get the right tension, go all the way, I get a thunk. And it would need to be adjusted again. And I could not figure it out. And I thought it needed a new throttle cable. And I searched and searched and searched. And luckily though, I happen to have a parts bike, which is in here, which is slightly newer. Excuse my mouse. It's a 1982. And this is what the culprit was. In here, in the clutch here, you've got the adjustment screw right here, right? And that adjustment screw comes through and screws into here, interfaces with here. And what happened was, this is the broken part from my old bike. This part is supposed to go like this, and you can see there's threads on here. These are supposed to go in here. And this piece, these have to be screwed together. Well, on my bike, these wouldn't screw together because there's something wrong with the threads on here. So what happened was, I'd have this piece, it would be pushed all the way in, and then I'd adjust the screw to get tension, but the threads never really went in there at all. And there's little balls under there's little balls in here, little holes for balls. There's a piece between these that has balls on it. I'll show you that in a second. And these balls would slide right over, chunk, chunk, and that's the thunk. I'd lose all my tension. So since I had a parts bike, I just replaced this part in my bike I'm using, and I can adjust the clutch again. Let me show you the circle part. This is the part with the balls. Look in the garage here. Ball bearings, I guess it is. So this ball bearing part is supposed to go, sorry, I wish I had two hands. Got one hand holding the camera. I'm gonna put this down because the part's wrecked anyway. Get a ball bearing part there. Now you should see this part, the part without the adjustment. If this goes together right, you should see this part protruding through the hole here because it should be screwed almost all the way in. Mine was not screwed in at all, which actually caused this panel came out fine because it was right, but the panel here on the other bike was under pressure. When I took it off, it went boom and popped off. There shouldn't be any pressure if this is put together right. This piece here should fit basically flush in here up to about just a little bit showing. Then you know you got it together right. Anyway, this is probably of limited use to anyone, but it's been bothering me for 2 days, and I've Googled it, and all I found is that I've found people talking about the chunk when they adjust it, and people tell them to get a new cable. And this is what my problem was, and I'm willing to bet it's maybe somebody else's problem too. I think it probably got caused by someone who didn't know what they were doing, adjusting the set screw and backing it all the way out of here. And then some bad threads, some grease, and it won't go back in. Anyway, thanks.